My name's Shaina Weisenberg. I'm here to discuss childhood immunizations. So why immunize? We're going to discuss the 2 points of views, the one that supports it and the one that goes against it. And first we're going to discuss the one that supports it. So one example to help you understand would be a boat. So if you're in a boat and all of a sudden you see water starts to flow in, you can take a bucket and you can scoop the water out of the boat. However, a little while later, the water will come back in and you'll have to do the same thing over again. And that would be an analogy with immunizations. If you get the vaccinations, you can prevent getting the diseases. You can prevent getting sick. So the same with the boat. If you fix the boat, you won't have to worry about getting rid of the water. If you get the vaccine, you don't have to worry about becoming sick again in the future. So you can see on this chart that there's a list of many countries that did stop or lessen the amount of vaccines that they gave out. And so that increased the diseases. And so an example of that is in Japan. They had a good program set up for the whooping cough. And so they gave out many vaccinations for the whooping cough every year. And so some people, and then all of a sudden, the next year, people thought it was dangerous, so people stopped going. So many years after that, people stopped getting the vaccinations, many children started having the whooping cough. So in 1981, then people started getting the vaccinations again because so many children who didn't get the vaccination became sick with whooping cough. So in 1981, children started getting the vaccinations again. So now you can recognize that there are a lot of dangerous diseases. The mumps, the measles, hip, many different diseases that can become dangerous and result in mental illness or death. And tetanus is still a big problem in the area. 30% of children who have tetanus pass away. Many people don't have the mumps anymore, but that's because they get their immunizations. So now we're going to move over to the point of view of why people think that vaccinations are harmful, or why we shouldn't vaccinate our children. Some people think that vaccinations cause autism, but we don't know what exactly it is that causes autism. So in 2001, there was a study conducted on the MMR vaccine. And the MMR vaccine itself has a chemical inside it called phenamol. And some people think that that chemical is what might cause autism. So they did a study in Europe, and they found that it did, but then when other scientists in Italy did the same research, they decided against it. But even still, there's a lot of studies that increase So 4 years later, they saw that the science was no good in that original um, sorry, in that original testing. And the science didn't match up. And that Themanol did not cause autism. But even still today, autism becomes increasingly, autism increases in our children today. So that's why some people feel that the vaccines do create a risk, and that becoming sick is better than being autistic. And they think of all the different things that putting the vaccines into the child's body, how it can create weakness. But other people think that it will help them to be stronger. So in conclusion, not giving your children vaccinations would start a terrible cycle. And that's what's happening here in America. And so the CDC tries to control and support vaccinations. And up until now, this is the science that has been shown. But there is science that can hold new in the future. So if you decide that you want to vaccinize your child, this chart can help you if you're curious about what kind of vaccinations your child will need. It tells you the type and the name of it and how many times, because some vaccinations you'll need 2 or 3 times. So take a look. And if you want more information about vaccines and more specific details about them, you can go to www.cdc.gov. Thank you.